Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a deep dive into the power of the subconscious mind.
Ooh.
And you know how we can use meditation to tack into that?
Right.
We've got some excerpts from The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy.
Okay.
And then we've got like a whole document on
Yeah.
like just practical tips on how to meditate.
Cool.
But I think one of the coolest things is this whole idea is that you can unlock like unlimited success,
Wow.
health, and happiness just by using your mind.
That's a big claim.
Right. It sounds kind of crazy, right?
Yeah, a little far-fetched.
But that's what we're going to be looking at.
I'm intrigued.
So, it's funny because we often go through life like totally unaware of how powerful our subconscious mind is.
Yeah, it's like it's running the show behind the scenes.
Right. Like this hidden control center.
And we don't even realize it.
But the book says we can actually like take control.
Interesting. So how do we do that?
Well, it says that the subconscious is like the super fertile soil. Any thought we plant, any belief that we hold, whether it's positive or negative,
Yeah.
it's going to grow.
Like a garden.
Exactly.
Right.
So if we're always thinking negative thoughts and doubting ourselves,
Oh, I see.
we're basically growing a bunch of weeds.
Makes sense.
But one story that really stood out to me was this guy who had tuberculosis.
Wow.
And he healed himself just by visualizing.
No way.
He would just picture himself as healthy and strong, and somehow it actually worked.
I wonder how that's possible.
Right. Do you think it's real or just like a feel-good story?
It might sound unbelievable, but there's something called neuroplasticity,
Okay.
which means our brains can actually rewire themselves
Really?
based on what we think and experience.
Wow.
So if you keep focusing on positive things and believing them, you're basically creating new pathways in your brain.
So it's like physical changes.
Yeah. It can really improve both your mind and body.
That's incredible. So it's not just like positive thinking.
Nope. It's backed by science.
Wow. Okay, so the book talks about these like key principles
Right.
for harnessing the subconscious mind.
Okay.
And one of them is faith and belief.
I can see how that's important.
And there's this story of a woman who was in a ton of debt,
Oh, no.
but she totally turned her finances around
how
just by visualizing abundance.
Really?
She believed she could attract wealth, and it just happened.
That's amazing.
So what do you think about belief? I mean, does it have to be religious?
Not necessarily. It's more about having that deep conviction that things will work out.
Okay, so believing in yourself or like a higher power.
Exactly. Or even just the power of your own mind.
Okay, so it's not about ignoring problems.
No. It's about approaching them with a positive mindset.
Like expecting things to work out.
Exactly. From a place of power, not fear.
I like that. Okay, so then there's visualization.
Another powerful tool.
And the book talks about this young actor who wanted to be on stage.
Right.
And he visualized every little detail.
Like what?
The spotlight, the applause, everything. And then he achieved his dream.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So why do you think visualization works?
Well, our subconscious minds understand images and feelings better than words.
Oh, I see.
So when you create a vivid picture in your mind, you're speaking directly to your subconscious.
Wow, I never thought of it that way.
It's a powerful way to communicate your desires.
I sometimes struggle with visualization, though.
Yeah, it can be tricky.
Like my mind wanders.
I get it.
And the pictures are fuzzy.
The key is to engage all your senses.
What do you mean?
Don't just see it, feel it, hear it, smell it, even taste it.
Oh, that makes sense.
The more real it feels, the more powerful it will be.
Like a full-on sensory experience.
Exactly. You're creating an immersive experience for your subconscious.
Okay, so we've got faith visualization.
What's next?
Well, the book talks about this thing called autosuggestion.
Ah, yes. We usually call them affirmations.
Wait, those positive statements you repeat to yourself?
Exactly.
Like, I am strong. I am healthy.
Powerful stuff.
But sometimes they feel cheesy.
I know what you mean.
Like, do they really work?
Think of it this way. Our thoughts create our reality.
Okay.
And when we repeat these affirmations,
Yeah.
we're planting those thoughts in our subconscious.
Okay.
With repetition, they become beliefs, and then those beliefs influence our actions.
So it's about choosing the thoughts we want.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And using affirmations to make them stick.
Okay, that makes more sense. What about negative thoughts, though?
Ah, yes, the fear and doubt.
It's like no matter how much I try to be positive, there's always that voice in the back of my mind.
It's a common struggle.
So how do we overcome that?
Well, the book uses this great analogy.
Okay.
Fear is like a shadow.
Okay.
It has no real substance, but it
Yeah.
feels powerful.
Right, because we give it power.
Exactly. The key is to recognize that fear is just a thought.
Just a thought.
And we have the power to choose which thoughts we focus on.
So instead of getting caught up in the fear,
Yeah,
we shift our attention to something positive.
that's it. And there's a story in the book about a businessman who was terrified of failing,
Oh.
but he used affirmations to change his mindset.
And it saves his company.
Exactly. He rewired his brain to be more resilient.
That's amazing. So we can actually train ourselves to be less afraid.
Absolutely. By
I've been-
choosing to focus on empowering thoughts.
Okay, so we've got faith, visualization, affirmations, and overcoming fear.
Those are powerful tools.
But is there a way to actually access and influence our subconscious directly?
That's where meditation comes in.
Okay, so meditation is like the key.
It's the bridge between our conscious and subconscious minds.
I see. So it's like a direct line to our subconscious.
Exactly. And it gives us a way to plant those positive seeds we've been talking about.
Awesome. So let's dive into this meditation document and see how it all works.
Let's do it.
I'm excited to learn more.
Me too. This is fascinating stuff.
It really is. Okay, so let's get started.
All right. One thing I found interesting in this document is they actually debunk some myths about meditation.
Oh.
Like a lot of people think you have to empty your mind completely,
Yeah, I used to think that too.
which isn't really realistic.
No.
Like I'd sit there trying to force myself to think about nothing.
And it just makes you more stressed.
It's more about noticing the thoughts,
Okay.
but not judging them, and gently bringing your focus back to your breath.
So it's more about like training your attention.
Exactly. It's a practice, not a perfect state of mind.
That makes sense. What about the benefits though?
Oh, there are tons.
Like what?
It can reduce stress, help you sleep better, improve your focus,
Wow.
even help with anxiety and depression.
That's amazing. It's crazy how something so simple
Right.
can have such a big impact.
It's because you're giving your nervous system a break
I see.
from all the craziness of
That's
life.
a reset button.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Even a few minutes of deep breathing can make a difference.
Okay, so one thing that always stops me from meditating is time.
I hear that a lot.
Like I'm always so busy.
Yeah, modern life is hectic.
But the document says you don't need a lot of time.
Right. Even short bursts throughout the day can help.
So it's not about like an hour-long retreat.
Not necessarily.
It's more about fitting it into your routine.
Exactly. Like maybe meditating for 10 minutes before the kids wake up.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Or doing it on your commute.
I could see that working.
The key is to make it work for you.
That makes it seem much less daunting.
Definitely.
They also talk about having a special meditation space.
Right.
But what if you don't have like a whole Zen room?
It doesn't have to be fancy.
Oh.
Just a calm and inviting space.
So like no clutter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe a comfy cushion and a few things you find inspiring.
So it's more about the feeling.
Yeah. Creating an atmosphere of peace.
That makes sense. Okay, so the document mentions different types of meditation.
There are so many out there.
Yeah, it can be overwhelming.
Right.
Like, where do you even start?
Well, they break down a few key types.
Okay.
Mindfulness meditation is all about being present in the moment.
So noticing your thoughts and feelings
Exactly.
without judgment.
You can do that while you're walking or eating even.
Yeah, anything really.
So it's about bringing awareness to everyday life.
Exactly. Then there's loving kindness meditation.
Okay, well, what's that one?
It's about cultivating compassion for yourself and others.
That sounds nice.
You can repeat kind phrases or visualize sending love and light.
Wow.
It's a beautiful practice.
And what about transcendental meditation?
That one uses a specific mantra
Okay.
to quiet the mind. It's a bit more structured.
So there's really something for everyone.
Exactly. You can try different ones and see what resonates with you.
It's like creating your own meditation toolkit.
I like that analogy.
But even if you find the right type,
Mm-hmm.
staying consistent can be hard,
Yeah, life gets in the way.
right? Sometimes I just lose motivation.
The document suggests linking meditation to an existing habit,
Oh, that's smart.
like brushing your teeth
I could see that working.
or having your coffee.
You would make it more automatic.
Exactly.
Okay.
And start small, just a few minutes each day.
Okay, so don't try to do too much at once.
Right, and you can gradually increase the time.
Progress, not perfection.
Exactly. They also recommend guided meditations,
Oh, yeah. Those are great.
especially if you're new to it.
It's like having a personal meditation coach.
Exactly. And there are tons of apps and resources out there.
Like Headspace.
Yeah, or Calm.
It's amazing how technology can help.
Right. It's a great way to make meditation more accessible.
And speaking of technology,
Hmm.
the document talks about digital detoxes.
Oh, yeah, that's so important these days.
Our phones are like constant distractions.
They can really mess with your mindfulness.
So how do we do a digital detox?
Start with small steps.
Like what?
Maybe put your phone away during meals or an hour before bed.
I've tried that and it really helps.
You can also set screen time limits.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Or try unplugging for a whole weekend.
Wow, that's intense.
That can be really refreshing, though.
Yeah, I can see that. So it's all about setting boundaries. Exactly. Taking control of your tech instead of letting it control you.
So how does all this connect back to the subconscious mind stuff?
That's a great question. Remember the principle of faith?
Yeah.
Well, meditation can strengthen your positive beliefs.
Oh, I see.
It's like planting those seeds of intention.
And then watering them with meditation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it also helps you challenge limiting beliefs.
Like the businessman who was afraid of failure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can use meditation to become aware of those negative patterns.
And replace them with more empowering ones.
Exactly. It's about taking control of your mind and reprogram them.
So we can actually like rewire our brains.
Exactly. It's like we're becoming the architects of our own minds.
That's a powerful image.
Yeah.
You know, building the reality we want.
And the document emphasizes that it's a process.
Right.
It takes time and consistency.
It's like building a muscle.
Exactly. The more you practice, the stronger you get.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into the subconscious mind and meditation, what are some key takeaways for our listeners?
Well, the biggest one is you have so much power within you.
More than we realize.
Your subconscious mind is incredibly powerful.
And we can actually shape it.
Through our thoughts, beliefs, and actions.
So it's not about being a victim of circumstance.
Nope. You're a creator.
Wow, I like that.
And meditation is such a valuable tool.
For tapping into that power.
It helps you quiet the noise, connect with your inner wisdom.
And build resilience.
Exactly. So you can handle life's challenges.
With more grace and ease.
It's about making a conscious choice.
To invest in our well-being.
And create a life we love.
That's inspiring.
And remember, this is a journey.
Not a destination.
Be patient with yourself, celebrate your progress, and never stop exploring.
That's beautiful. To quote Dr. Murphy, change your thoughts and you change your destiny.
Powerful words. What positive seeds will you choose to plant today?
And how will you use meditation to nurture those seeds and watch them grow?
It's an exciting journey.
It really is. Thanks for joining us on this exploration of the subconscious mind and meditation.
It's been a pleasure.
Until next time, keep diving deep and keep reaching for your full potential.